These metal structures on the roof are at the center of the roof collapse. Here's a look from the ground as we look inside the casino. The fire says 11 people received minor injuries. 7 were taken to the hospital, and the condition of one of those 7 was downgraded from minor to moderate due to a pre-existing medical condition.
Do not let the news media go on and influence your decision on whether or not to come play out here. Yeah, you know, the news is never going to cover anything that's not bad. And you know what? I get it. It was unfortunate. Nobody was seriously hurt. And I get it. I completely get it. You know, call me old-fashioned, but I'm not the kind of guy who wants a roof caving in while I'm playing. I get it. But you know what the news failed to mention was how many millions of dollars were put into the renovation of this place.
$100 billion.
Trust me, when you walk in, you can tell. Great security. Well, the place is very well lit. It's clean, which is something that if you're a cleanliness kind of person, cleanliness is a big plus. It's clean. The restrooms are well stocked. They're clean. I can't emphasize enough. Cleanliness is a big thing for me. The restaurant was clean. It was delicious. They have a bar, a full bar. You know, what more can you ask? That's enough about the lucky lady. What's up, fishes? What's up, fishettes? Welcome back to the channel. Today is May 15th, the moment we've all been waiting for. Well, I've been waiting for. I'm super excited about this meetup game. We just had lunch. We had a quick drive, a few miles drive, maybe like 2-3 miles from where we were eating to here, and I got to ride in Doug's car, man. This dude has the sickest car ever. I'm in this brand new car that just came out, guys. I don't know if you guys ever heard of this car. What is it called? A Tesla? Man, you can't even hear the car. Is it on? Anyway, if you guys like the video, go on and click that thumbs up button. Go on and click that subscribe button, that notification bell. That way you don't miss a video. And let's go inside and see how many people actually showed up.
Ooh, you suck.
Psych. What is a back door? What pocket pair is known as crabs? What is the Doyle Bronson hand? What is the wheel?
The wheel is the ace to the 5.
What's a window?
A window.
These are all poker related.
Window is like the first card that shows in the flop.
What is a wheel?
A wheel is a wheel draw, open-ended or flush draw.
What is the Doyle Brunson hand? What's a back door? What is the cage?
That's where we all gotta get at the end of the night.
What is a back door? And what pocket pair is known as crabs?
Yeah.
What pocket pair is known as the sailboats?
The sailboats would be...
Right. What is the window? What is the cage? What's a rabbit hunt?
Rabbit hunts when you do that bullshit and try to see what the river was.
What's a Broadway?
Broadway is a straight 10 through 8.
What is a rabbit hunt? You know what? I give up. Good job. All right, fishes. So we were able to bring in 5 full tables here at the Lucky Lady. Yeah, there were 6 of us vlogging that were alternating throughout the whole night in different tables, including Think Blue Poker out of Long Beach. It was Happy Face Holdem out of Ventura. It was Jeff Stimson out of Vegas. It was Close to Broke from out here from LA, and Doug McCusker, who made the drive from Sacramento. Yeah, I'm going to go on and leave a link to their channels on the description below. That way you guys can go check out their perspective of the meetup game. And don't forget to go on and show some love. Show some love to my channel as well. Don't forget to click that like button, that subscribe button. And if you were one of those people who commented on my last video, stick around to the end of this video. Maybe you won yourself a shirt. I'm going to go on and do that shirt raffle. Good luck to everybody who did comment. And let's get on with the poker. For this hand, we look down at 9-10 offsuit in the cutoff. It's one of our very first hands played. We go on and we bump it up to 10 bucks. We get 5 callers, and with 6 people, we go to a flop of 8, 9, 10 with 2 hearts. This guy right here, he goes on and he leads out for 15 bucks. Now, I don't know much about this guy other than he just sucks at chugging. Go. Oh, look at that. What I do know is that usually when a player leads out into the original aggressor, they're not that strong. They might be on a draw, and this guy goes on and bets 15 bucks into a pot of 60 with 5 players left to act. This seems like he just wants to get to a cheap showdown, and I need to protect my hand from this wet-ass board. I go on and I bump it up to 60 bucks. It works. Everybody, including himself, they go on and they let this hand go, and we take our very first pot of the night. Hell freaking yeah. Now this shot right here is taken by Think Blue Poker's Eyes, and it shows me on the small blind facing a bet from this gentleman right here who also sucks at drinking. Go. No. He goes on and puts out a bet of about 15 bucks, and I go on and I repop him to an amount that's going to force him all in if he wants to continue playing. He only has about 80 bucks left behind, and he decides to go all in, and he turns over a premium king 7 offsuit. A king comes on the flop, and I temporarily forget that I also have a king, so I'm a little bit bummed out, but it all comes to an end when an unnecessary ace hits on the river, and we take this pot down. Now we're at a different table, and I'm looking down at queen 7 offsuit. Now, I know this isn't that great of a hand, but what is pretty damn cool is that once this hand is over, I get dealt queen 7 offsuit again. Now, if that isn't pretty cool, we get dealt queen 7 offsuit for a 3rd time. Come on, that's gotta be pretty cool, right? Back to back to back with the same hand. I mean, what's your record? What's the most amount of times you've been dealt back to back to back to back the same hand? Let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, now we are looking down at king queen offsuit on the button. There's been a straddle and a limp, and I go on and I bump it up to 25 bucks. Both of the limper opponents go on and call, and we go 3 ways to a flop of 3-3 ace. Both of my opponents go on and check. I go on and do a C bet of 40 bucks, and that's good enough. I take it down. We're feeling great. Now I'm looking down at 5-6 offsuit in middle position. There's been a straddle and a limp, and I go on and I bump it up to 16 bucks with my premium hand. With 3 callers, we go 4 ways to a flop of ace 9-4. Sure, we didn't hit absolutely anything, but this table's a little bit on the soft side. I mean, I figure that maybe a small continuation bet will do the trick. And, well, I go for it. I bet out 35 bucks into a pot of about 60-ish bucks. And that does it. That's good enough. Everybody folds, and we take this one down. And you know what, guys? I'm not saying that this table's easy. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that these players are fishes. Trust me, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what's coming out of my mouth. Please believe me. But what I am saying is that at this point, I'm fairly confident in playing my hands without even looking at them. That's exactly what I do with this next hand. I go on and I put in a blind raise of 12 bucks. We get 2 callers, and we go 3 ways to a flop of I don't care. All of them are suited. I made up my mind that I was going to go on and fire at whatever flop came out, and that's exactly what I do. I put out a bet of 17 bucks, and that does it. Our opponents fold. We take this hand without even looking at our hand. Jesus Christ. Now I'm looking down at king 10 offsuit in middle position. I go on and I make it 12 bucks. We get 2 callers, and we go 3 ways to a flop of ace 7 deuce rainbow. It checks around to me, and at this point, I've been c-betting literally 100% of the time. For some stupid reason, I decide to slow down. I check it. Our opponent on the button checks it, and we go on to see a free turn. The turn is an 8 of spades. A few backdoors now have a little bit of hope, and once it checks to me, I just can't stop myself. I have nothing, and that's never stopped me. I go on and I fire off a bet of 20 bucks. Both of my opponents go on and call, and we go 3 ways to a river. Now, the river's an ace of spades. And backdoor spades get there, but I just can't put anybody on an ace. I mean, the way this hand played, I just cannot put anybody on an ace. So once it checks around to me, I go on and I fire off 45 bucks. 45 bucks with nothing. I've got to be honest with you guys. The cockiness got the best of me, and I felt I could take this pot away from my opponent. Our opponent on the button, he says, no, sir. He goes out and he shoves. He goes all in for about 200 bucks. Our opponent in early position folds, and man, you know what? At this point, I know I'm going to fold. As soon as he shoved, I knew I was going to fold. But I feel that the only way I can take revenge on my stupid play is by wasting everybody's time. And that's exactly what I do. I'm in the tank. I'm tanking harder than the crypto market right now. I'm thinking about it, knowing very damn well that I'm not going to call. I ended up folding, and I asked my opponent to show his flush for the vlog. I told him, you got a flush. I know you have it. I can't call. Just show it for the vlog. He goes on and he turns over his flush. I was right on the read. And this wouldn't have happened if I would have sticked with my original c-betting 100% of the time. But because I checked it, my opponent caught some hope, and we lost his hand. Now we're under the gun with a straddle, which two opponents have called. I look down at pocket tens and I bump it up to 30 bucks, and our only customer is Rob on the small blind. He makes the call and we go heads up to a flop of king 3-5 with two clubs. He goes on and he checks. I fire off a continuation bet of 50 bucks, which he goes on and snap calls. Not only does he snap it off, he goes on and he checks in the dark. That's pretty consistent for somebody who's on a draw, but we'll take it for what it's worth. The turn comes a queen of clubs, which sucks balls because we couldn't have asked for a worse card. The clubs get there and the queen is there, which for you dumb people, queens are better than tens. But since he's already checked in the dark, I decided to fire off a bet of 50 bucks. It's a small bet, but if he raises me, I can proceed with caution, maybe even fold if he does a big enough bet, and I'll just reevaluate on the river if he just calls. That's exactly what he does. He just calls. He snap calls, actually, and then he checks in the dark again. The river's a 3, and since he's already checked in the dark and there's so many hands out there that can beat me, I decide to give up. I don't bet. I show my pocket tens, and they're good. He later on told me he had ace-4, and he was going along with it for a gut shot. A gut shot. Man, I thought this guy only sucked at drinking beer.
Go.
Southern straight? Yeah, I like it already.
Oh, we got a challenge.
Nope. So we win a few more pots, we lose a few more pots, and we're off to the last table of the night, where I sit down and I look down at 5 deuce offsuit. Now this hand is Jeff Stimson's favorite hand. I don't understand why he loves it so much. He plays them like if they were aces, and that's just his favorite hand. It's not going to work for me, though. It's a garbage hand. I don't like playing 5 deuce, so I go on and I fold. And this very next hand I do love. It's deuce 5 offsuit. There's been a straddle, and it comes back around to me. I go on and I bump it up to 15 bucks. Our opponent on the small blind, he goes on and he 4-bets to 35 bucks. Jeff goes on and he calls. It's only $20 more to me to win a pot of $85-ish, and I go on and I make the call. But before you freaking fishes start running your fish faces, mouths all up on my Kool-Aid, you guys got to understand the dynamic on the table. This player here had about $1,500 in front of him at one point, and he just lost it all. I mean, this guy's got to be on some sort of tilt. This guy was a maniac player. He got caught opening up pots in early position with shitty hands, and ultimately it just caught up to him, and he ended up losing it all. Anyways, I'm pretty sure this guy doesn't have a strong hand, and I just got caught with a shitty hand, and I'm just going to have to call. I call off the remainder 20 bucks. We go 3 ways to a flop of ace, 8, deuce. We go on and we flop bottom pair. Our opponent on the small blind, he goes on and he c-bets to 40 bucks. Jeff calls, and I go on and I make the call. I float one off. I peel this one, and now you guys can talk smack. This was probably a bad call, but, you know, I knew this guy was going to go on and c-bet with 100% of his range. It didn't even matter what he had. He could have had 2 napkins. Any cards, a Costco card would have been good enough for him. I knew he was going to bet out, and in my head, I knew I was going to go on and peel one out as well, depending on the size. And this one was a pretty good size for me to peel one off. Turn comes, it's a king. Now my player on the small blind, he decides to slow down. He checks. Jeff goes on and he checks. And of course, I'm going to check it as well. I got bottom pair. I got a free card. And what a sweet baby Jesus type of river this is. We go on and we hit a 5. Damn, how sweet is that? 2 pair and both players check to me. I go on and bet for value. I put out 135 bucks. Our opponent on the small blind, he decides to fold. Jeff goes on and he thinks about it for a second or two and he makes the call. And we show him the bad news. Not only did we flop bottom pair and got there on the river, but it was with his favorite hand. I think he showed ace something. I'm not too sure what it was, but we took this one down and we went ahead and played for a few more hands, but it was ultimately time to go. It was time to rack up and cash out. Go. Go. Oh, go.
And the fish just destroyed him.
Go.
Pa' arriba, pa' abajo, pa' centro, pa' adentro. Vete a la verga. Look at this motherfucker.
Ah, go. Oh, go. Oh, no. A ver, let me see. Ah. You see you?
Damn, you got a deep throw, boy.
All right, fishes, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I went ahead and cashed out 750 bucks out of a $300 buy-in. So if you do your math correctly, that's a $450 profit, which is not a bad freaking day. I want to go on and thank each and every single one of you fishes who showed up at the meetup game, man. Much love, so much support out there. We were able to fill up 5 tables, which that's insane. Thank you if you were one of the ones that did show up. I went ahead and made a whole bunch of new friends, met a whole bunch of great people, and I'm just really appreciate it. I'm really happy you guys showed up. Another big old shout out goes to my boy Richard. He's our friend, he's our stalker, and now he's our manager, because if it weren't for him, none of this would have happened. He went ahead and put all of this together. His collaboration with Think Blue Poker made all of this possible, so thank you, both of you guys. And if you guys go on and see him at any casino, make sure you guys go up to him and give him big old smoochies. They love that kind of stuff. So big old thank you to you guys. We can't forget about the lucky lady. They went ahead and treated us like family. They went ahead and treated us like guests, which I guess we were guests. But man, they went above and beyond to make it a memorable day. Tim, the manager out there at the casino, he went around putting card protectors on the pots. He was splashing the pots and putting some goodie bags out there for people to win. Man, like I said, they went the extra mile for us, and I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, lucky lady, for letting us host there. And if you recall, on my last video, I went ahead and told you guys to comment and let me know what city, what state you're watching this channel from, or just leave me a positive comment, and that was automatically gonna enter you in a chance to win a free fish poker shirt. Everybody else who went ahead and commented is gonna get a sticker, but since we are professionals in this channel, we have this professional pot right here. And in this pot are the names of everybody who commented on my last video, except for these guys right here. Who's that? All right, we're gonna choose that one. That guy who just, that one that just flew out. Let me see, what is this guy? Who is this guy? Milo Freak. You lucky bastard. You win yourself a free fish poker shirt. Now, let's go on and pick another winner. Let's see. Another winner, chicken dinner. Who is this guy? Richard Alfaro. Now this guy, wait, this way. Now this guy, Richard, he's our manager. So sorry, sucker, you don't get a shirt. You already got a shirt. Let's go on and pick another shirt. Winner number 3. Let's see. One right here. Let me see. David Tan. David Tan from Norwalk. Congratulations, my boy. Wait, how do you do this? All right, congratulations, my boy. You won yourself a fish poker shirt. So if you were one of the ones that commented on my last video, like I said, go on and leave me an email to this email right here. I'll leave it on the link on the description below. Send me a message. Where can I send you a fish poker sticker? And yeah, anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to click that thumbs up button. Don't forget to click subscribe, that notification bell, so you don't miss a video. and I'll catch you guys on the next one.